It's been a little while since we spoke about Ubisoft's ultimate incoming flop, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and for good reason. The game itself kind of fell out of the news after it got booted back to Black History Month of 2025, and potentially even further than that. There was really no information that was coming out that needed to be discussed. Until a recent leak came out from a data mine showing how Assassin's Creed Shadow is being reworked to add a battle pass to a single player experience. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And while that is the headline of today's story, there is a secondary, smaller portion of this regarding specifically Eurogamer and how they handled this leak that I definitely wanted to talk about as well. But suffice it to say that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the gift that keeps on giving to YouTubers for what a complete catastrophe the game has turned into. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article and links breaking down the leak of Assassin's Creed Shadows and the Battle Pass being attached to it now. The Assassin's Creed series was once renowned for its sprawling historical adventures that lightly touched on reality, but more recently embroiled in Yasuke controversies, and it is apparently taking a terrible step forward with its upcoming and delayed installment called Assassin's Creed Shadows. According to newly leaked information coming from Reddit, the game will feature a Battle Pass system for the first time in the franchise's history. And this move is pissing a lot of gamers off right now, especially when I shared this on Twitter, with many of them focusing on how it's yet another instance of unnecessary monetization in an already premium priced game. So I guess you could say, if Andy Cortez is watching this, here's a YouTuber not talking about DEI and instead talking about wrongful monetization in video games, which, oh, would you look at that? We still talk about this stuff too.
You need DEI because you wouldn't have jobs if DEI didn't exist to complain about. You wouldn't be making money on YouTube if DEI didn't exist. So you're really the ones that need it.
The leak was shared across all of social media before being aggressively scrubbed by Ubisoft, where many of the images are no longer available. I was able to snag a couple of them, but for obvious reasons, I don't want Ubisoft taking this video down, so I won't be sharing them here. But suffice it to say, I saw them with my own eyes. You can go to smashjt.com, check out the article linked in the description below. It links you to the Reddit post with the image posts on the Imager websites, where some of them are still up. You can see it for yourself. That this looks like a very legitimate leak with official shots of Yasuke and what looks to be a Battle Pass arena where he's trying to update his equipment and stats via the Battle Pass. Spike Toilet Paper said, a Battle Pass in a single-player game, which from Ubisoft will likely nickel and dime you for things like OP early game weapons, if you want to know all the secrets on the map, and if you want to buy resources for upgrades instead of playing the game, things that exist 100% in Valhalla and Odyssey, with a image attached of a very concerned ninja. The Battle Pass contains 20 free tiers of rewards, and those tiers will grant players access to various cosmetic items, including character costumes, weapon skins, and the new designs for mounts. Items that are reminiscent of the optional cosmetics offered in previous Assassin's Creed games through Ubisoft Connect or the standalone DLCs. The players will reportedly progress through this so-called Battle Pass by completing daily missions housed with a new feature called the Animus Hub. The hub is teased by Ubisoft as a cornerstone to Assassin's Creed Infinity, and it serves as kind of like a connective branch between all the games, aiming at streamlining the elements like modern-day narratives and ongoing live service updates. And I'm sure there are people out there that are going to be arguing like, oh, they've had these kind of things in previous Assassin's Creed games before. What's the big deal? Why do you care? Why are you even bringing this up? Ubisoft is trying to use Assassin's Creed Shadows to more seamlessly integrate the Battle Pass into the gameplay experience. The leaked artwork shows Yasuke standing within the hub, and it suggests that players will interact with the system through their character avatar. And obviously Ubisoft hasn't said anything or officially confirmed these details, but when you look at how they swiftly scrubbed the internet of the images and are trying to keep up with the ones that keep popping up right now, it's pretty safe to assume that this leak is legitimate. The inclusion of a battle pass is already pissing off the fan base, like I said, and the community is viewing it as an unwelcome encroachment of a live service monetization into a franchise that historically has focused on single-player experiences. There is literally no reason for this to exist except to try and squeeze additional money out of susceptible players. And of course, they'll be doing this with one of the biggest flops incoming in Ubisoft's history, because they're already in so much debt trying to create this game and push a narrative with DEI that they need to make as much money as possible for the people that do buy it. And with that all out of the way, I now want to address the elephant in the room, which is Eurogamer, that covered this on Twitter earlier, and I saw the article and I was like, oh, the comment section is going to be gold here. And wouldn't you know it, they turned off replies. And you gotta take a step back and wonder, why would Eurogamer report on this leak and not allow the community to comment on it? And then you look at it and you say, oh yeah, access media. By disabling replies, it's using a tactic that I've seen increasingly employed by a lot of these so-called media outlets. And it raises those pesky questions about real transparency and the role of the press in holding publishers accountable. By turning off the replies, Eurogamer is clearly acting in Ubisoft's best interest to maintain their access media privileges, the early access to games, exclusive interviews, and the other kind of perks that they always seem to rely on for favorable relationships with the publishers, so that they can be the first ones to talk about stuff. But at the same time, they're very conflicted because they're trying to report on breaking news that's actually very important to get out there, but they can't let the gamers actually talk about it because they don't want Ubisoft to be pissed off at them. Oh, the tangled webs we weave. Pavel HR on Twitter said, they're not journalists, but activists. And left-wing activists hate free speech and people speaking their mind. So to protect their echo chamber and their ideology from criticism, they usually ban people, or when they can't, remove comments. Same as PC Gamer and Video Games Chronicle. The inclusion of the Battle Pass in Assassin's Creed Shadows marks a comical moment for the flailing franchise, and it signals Ubisoft's deeper commitment to live service models over player enjoyment. The decision has been met with plenty of backlash from plenty of fans questioning the impact on the core identity of the Assassin's Creed series, while you also look at outlets like Eurogamer trying to run cover for Ubisoft and say, hey everyone, here's the news, here's what happened. Don't talk about the game in the comments section, but come give us a click, look at our article, and let us be the ones that give you the information. But don't talk about Ubisoft, don't talk about them in a negative light, because hey, we're a news outlet, we're just giving you guys the information. Don't talk back to us. Plastic Man said, vote with your wallet all, do not support them. This game, plus the last few, is going to kill this company. Make sure it does. And there's a growing sentiment throughout the community of just sheer spite and frustration and all-around hatred for Ubisoft in general, which does circle back to the diversity, equity, inclusion conversation, but now we see it spiraling to why people do not want to prop this company up when they try to do other things to make money instead of making a good game focused on the actual gameplay itself, injecting the DEI into it. They are now going external and trying to throw in battle passes, nickel and dime people, because the actual core group of gamers that aren't buying the games, they need to make up for that lost income somewhere. And now we're seeing it in the most ridiculous way possible. As Ubisoft prepares to finally officially unveil Assassin's Creed Shadows with more information and this battle pass leak, the reaction to everything coming out right now is serving as quite the litmus test for just how far the gaming community is willing to embrace, or let's be honest, more likely reject these kinds of moves. Ubisoft's back is against the wall, and they're starting to lash out and do ridiculous things that gamers are rejecting wholeheartedly. The real battle here may not come within the game itself, but between the developers, the journalists, if you even want to call them that, and the players out there that they claim to serve. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. I will link it in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. And thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash it.